Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the final part, Part 2, Campaign 2, Episode 47. Last we saw, we did this major battle. It wasn't that difficult for us, I felt. We got through it very quickly. Bo was banged up. Caleb got hit once or twice. Maybe he was halved. But at that point, I feel like everyone was gathering around, ready to strike down the final beastie. And we had 5 of them, 4 crabs, and this other tentacle dreadlock dude that now Ford and Bo dragged inside, which I agree with. Ford had a little confusion with the seaweed being similar to the other seaweed. He was going to throw the body in. I misunderstood, thought he was going to take the body with us and offer it up. Regardless, Not climbs down this hole that we find inside of the tower. 30 feet down, roughly, I think, is a spherical chamber. There is a chamber. I'm assuming that's where we have to go for Ford to succeed in the journey that we are set upon. So let's just jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel, seasons out of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. The link is at the end. Dozens of shows you'll never see on YouTube. I just don't have time to edit it all. If the link isn't there, it's in the description below. There are 15 to 20 shows every month, exclusive to only Patreon, hundreds of movies, Peaky Blinders, Stargate, Person of Interest, Doctor Who, dozens of others. Like I said, check it out. Patreon hour exclusive of every episode. If not, Campaign 2, Episode 47, Part 2.
There's plant life that is embedded in aspects of it, and you can see a bunch of the seaweed is all kind of coming up and tangling towards the center to create this kind of
column of plant matter. We're inside
column.
The spherical chamber.
That's where the roots were, and it was growing up.
My bad.
The
I didn't
tunnel
check
or
that down.
something. Oof. And I don't see any signs of life or light or structure.
Make a perception check.
Oh,
It's funny because I rewound it a little,
6,
and I forgot the
18.
black widow. But either way, we're here.
18. Taking a moment, very carefully, eyeing the space. No signs of life.
Okay.
Oh.
What? What was that?
2 little fish.
Oh. Yeah.
But
No signs of light, but wait, 2 little fish as they dive into the jugular. The other day we were talking about the femoral artery, and I couldn't remember the jugular. I was like, there's one in your neck. Where's the one that's near your neck? The jugular. I couldn't think of either, the femoral or the jugular.
Come in, Caleb.
It's funny that they brought it up now, because I never asked or thought about it after that.
It's a 40-foot climb through dark grossness, and then there's a chamber down here. You can reply to this message.
You would advise coming?
You can reply this message.
I don't want to go back through it again, so I'm going to stick down here. If you guys want to come, just come. You can reply this message.
You can reply this message.
She wants us to rally. She wants us to rally below. It is gross on the way down, but okay-ish.
But
Gross like
okay.
how?
I crawl down.
Caleb just goes.
all right.
I'll follow.
Caleb's like, I gave you
All right.
the
As you all
specifics.
head down, I mean, it is.
Come
it's,
if you
it's a slimy
want to
climb.
live.
Since you're all
Come
a
with
little
me if you
larger
want to
than
live.
not, especially Yasha, there is a bit of difficulty in pulling through, and at some points Yasha just kind of angrily like tears bits apart and starts making her way down.
Sorry.
But you all eventually manage to clamber through, slipping.
See, I
into
thought
the
if we
lower
got
chamber.
aggressive, that it might
So
anger
all
the
of you can see
seaweed.
this,
But
this kind of
he
large
keeps saying it's
spherical
just
chamber
seaweed.
where the,
It's just seaweed.
The
I don't trust it,
wrapping
but he's
seaweed
saying.
kind of spirals upward to fill that space. But the structure
And
is
Caduceus is
semi-familiar in
apologizing. At
size
least
and
he's covering
designed
our
to you
bases in
for it.
case.
I've seen a place like this once before when we were in the temple previously with Avantika. If you will help me, you can search the floors and the walls for any sort of recessed,
For an orb.
well, sphere
Yeah.
shape.
This whole thing is a recessed sphere shape.
Yes, it really is. A spherical chamber
I think it
underwater.
needs to be about
But we don't
here.
have one that big, yeah.
I'm casting light.
Question.
Yeah.
Light
We don't
fills
have
the
a
space you can now see.
orb
Last
that's as
time
big
we
as a
went down
spherical
into one of
chamber.
these, we had to make a very quick exit.
Yes. If
Do we
True.
have a plan for making a very quick exit?
I think
Well, if
when we find
something
it,
that looks
everyone
like
else
the
leaves.
Previous situation, then maybe we could send some of us out of here before we,
Yes.
put the
If
key
we
in
find
lock.
the sphere place,
Will the key in the lock release the...
No,
You don't know.
as far as we know. I just,
yeah,
I
I
don't
also- I
think
can-
it will.
I can cast Water Walk if we have to. Yeah, I have a weird question. Because you became a champion after... Well, you became a champion, and Avantika was a champion. So when Avantika died, someone else become the champion?
I don't think so. I think
No.
it's to get the 3 spheres
Yeah.
and the 3 temples. And she did
I think it
hers
just-
and died. I have the 2nd and the 3rd. But that's just my logic. I must concede. I don't
Honestly,
know how
yeah.
many
I
temples
don't-
there are.
I think
I'm
someone's-
only going off of that art that we
I
saw
was
in the
saying
temple.
back when that happened, we probably should have
And there were 3 of them.
tried to investigate
And there were 3
Avantika's
balls.
body if that was a
you got the
possibility,
2
but I don't know
balls.
how. We had to
this is
flee.
ball
We had to
3.
get the
Ball
frig out of
2.
town.
Okay.
Now,
Ball
unless
2.
there's 2 holes in here, there should only be 1 in theory.
Yeah, each temple.
2. Wait, you have 2 in you.
Are you
I do.
like,
So this is ball 3.
like just looking in the space?
No.
Make
No.
a-
We're not getting another ball. We're just
Got
looking
one
for the
ball.
place to put a
Put
ball.
in 1 ball.
Yeah,
We got another ball. He has 2 balls.
he has 2 balls.
And now we're about to put another ball in.
2 plus 1 plus 1.
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
have to
planets.
take the ball and
Ball
put it
matter.
in
have
the
ball
tower,
two.
the
No
temple.
Bits of
guarantee,
stone.
though.
You see like stone sides of it.
No guarantee that there is another temple somewhere with another person with dreams.
I
like
think
you
there
and Avantika, who
probably
has already
is.
done this. This could be the final piece of the puzzle if we understand
could
the
be.
carvings we saw.
That could also
correctly.
be true. Or there could be another Avantika out there that's
Yeah.
succeeding where
Actually, no,
she
do we?
failed. There could be somebody that's going to take
No.
over for
Could you
her.
ask your
Like one of her
your,
people.
You know, your god. Could
Somebody
you
that
ask him if-
stayed
How do
alive
I
that
do
was
that,
one of
Chester?
her
You would
followers,
do it like I did
Ukatoa.
to the traveler. You
Does
know,
he
go-
just answer you when you talk to him?
Yeah.
He does.
I'm gonna start looking around.
Hey,
for this
traveler.
process.
Make an investigation check.
See,
Yeah, he
Ford.
totally just said, "What's up?"
Yeah, see, Ford is like, does the traveler actually respond? Never.
Would you ask him?
It responds
if he
when it
knows?
feels like it. I
anything about
agree,
her?
it
Hey,
exists.
traveler, have you heard anything about this weirdo Ukatoa guy?
I hope something actually really does happen. I hope Matt's like, the traveler appears. Nah. Oh! See, Matt
He
did something.
has heard about as much as we have.
About as much as we have Ukatoa.
27.
27 investigation.
Oh, fuck.
A few things catch your eye as you.
That
as-
was
as
good
you're
of
having this
Matt. Because I'm like,
conversation.
Matt should totally say something.
Caleb just dives
but you don't
towards
want
the
to do
bottom and
something
begins
that will like
rummaging through the
totally
base of
change the
seaweed
course
on
of
the
the
base.
adventure.
First thing you notice is there's a skeleton.
I might have had this really loud
Yes.
the whole time,
The
guys.
skeleton
I
is wrapped
apologize if it
in
is.
leather armor. The bones of the skeleton, you can see a lot of mineral deposits gathered around over the skeleton. Looks kind of weirdly swollen.
Tell me it's
and,
Vandrin or something.
Just a lot of buildup on it. Like you see those sunken ships that like kind of lumpy. So yeah, you find that. Well, the armor is pristine, but the skeleton's fucked.
Yeah.
You also see clustered on the base there numbers of small shiny bits of material that the light that Caduceus had cast is kind of refracting off of it. Coins, gold, platinum, copper, silver. You look
Look at Jester
rummage on
dancing
one
with the
side, and you find
coins.
what looks to be a glass vial that is tangled in weeds that has like a dull swirling blue-gray color to it. It's thick and you kind of pull it out and it's still stopped and kept. Next to that, kind of like you full-on Terminator scanned the base of this area.
27. High
You glance
roll.
over and you're watching Caleb as he starts rummaging through and finding there is like a collection down here. There is about a 6-inch wide, thick glass sphere that appears to be empty. That's resting on the ground as well.
An empty standalone sphere?
Yeah, just kind of it was rolled into and kind of wrapped around by some of the local plant life.
We need to
You do see as
investigate
well,
that
looks
skeleton
to be a
with the leather
small green,
outfit.
looks like a piece of stone carved to look like a feather almost, but it's made of like a deep jade or green stone.
See, Ford is acting.
And what looks to be a small piece of agate stone. that catches
Ford's
your
got to
eye, mostly
talk.
covered in grime.
Ford
You
knows
kind of rub
way
off
more
and
than
polish. You can see the
than
agate stone from beneath.
than us.
Yes.
What is
AGATE.
agate?
It's
Is someone writing this stuff down?
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
Potion,
I'll show you.
sphere,
Potion.
Ocean
Leather
sphere, feather.
shaped
Certain
stone.
things Matt's
Correct.
saying, and Ford is like,
And agate
oh
stone.
my
Agate
god,
stone.
we need him to
Skeleton.
talk.
What does
Plus and
agate
coins.
look
And
like? I don't know what agate is.
Skeleton.
What does agate look like?
I'll show
It's
you.
like brownish and
Do you have it all?
yes.
Travis is like,
Yeah, I mean,
somebody,
the
anybody,
feather
what is
was
agate?
like
What is agate?
Stone.
Can we see it?
Okay.
Matt, show us what
Didn't I
agate looks like.
gave you
Okay.
some
green
agate,
stone, yes.
Green agate. I want to see.
dice? Those little ones that I gave
Ford
you. those were-
Ford is going from looking like he knows to
Plenty
not
of coins.
agate stone.
And as you kind of rummaging through the coins, and you take the
That's what agate stone looks like.
or
Agate
kind of like
stone.
shift through where the glass sphere was, it kind of rolls off the side, and beneath where it kind of settled with a bunch of the coins, you can see a lot of coins are filling the space. But there's a little bit
Green.
of
He
a-
said green.
a
So
divot,
that kind of
roughly
stone,
about
but green.
the size of half a fist in the floor.
Does it look like the sphere that I found is the same shape as
No, the
this?
sphere that you found is larger.
Yeah,
Larger.
it's the
It wouldn't
sphere.
fit, and it just kind of was resting in the space and has like grime around it, and you kind of rub it off a bit.
Just see-through glass or the same color?
See-through glass.
Well, I will alert everyone that this stuff is down there. I've gathered up all of the things that are not coins.
Oh, look, coins.
Skeleton as well.
No, not
What
yet.
is that? What is that armor?
We're picking up coins, Matt.
Okay.
We're picking up
All
all
right, so
the
you guys
coins.
start gathering and shoveling coins into your pockets and pouches and everything. All right.
Like the scrying sphere.
Both of you guys make investigation checks for me just to kind of glean how
I
much
hope
you
we
can
got
manage to
solid
find amongst
rolls.
the
I
tangled
want
seaweed.
$1,000.
25, nice.
25.
Oh,
11.
Okay.
Speak on speak on
Question if
the
that's a
undead.
scrying eye, maybe people.
Oh, I'm not here
right now.
Anyway,
So,
what did we find? How much?
Yeah, how much money do we get?
how long are you taking? Are you just going until you can't find any more?
Yes.
It'll take you
I
about
would-
15 minutes to do
5
that. There's a
minutes.
lot of coins.
5
here.
minutes.
Do it.
I'm gonna-
15
I'm gonna
minutes.
Just keep
Well, I
going
mean-
until
Yeah,
we're
just keep
hanging-
going.
I mean, as
We're
long
just
as
hanging
everybody-
out.
Yeah,
I don't
as
think
long
we're
as
in a
everybody's
rush. Just
hanging
keep.
around talking, I'm
I would
just
just keep picking up coins.
So you guys keep searching. What are the rest of you doing?
Caleb, are you gonna?
I would be picking up as much loot as
Are we going to
possible
take time
until
to do that
we need
now?
to get going.
Well, I just
Like, we're
figure
not
we're in a
doing what Ford's
safe-
doing. I would say
safe
we keep picking up
ish
coins
space.
until
I
Ford
don't know.
and them
We
are
could do
done.
it on the ship.
I will
suppose.
need some time.
I think
heard you
Jester's
whispering
right.
About this bauble, so
Not
I'll
and
get
Jester
on
have
it.
no-
makes me nervous. I feel like I've heard of things like this
Nothing
before.
to do down here
It's-
besides
Someone has
take
seen us
shit.
through it. They already have.
My
true.
question to you, they could see us through the glass sphere?
In theory.
I don't know.
I sat down on the. Oh shoot! I cannot do it now. Because my books are in your bag, and if I take them out, they will be ruined.
Yeah, I haven't opened it. Don't
That's okay.
Can we do the
can do it
tent?
on the,
Oh,
on
wait.
the ship.
Yeah.
With that crazy investigation check of yours, did you find any recessions in the floor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here it is.
One.
Yeah.
Half a fist.
Can I get a closer look at the skeleton?
Yeah,
with the
I'm more
armor?
interested right now in the
See if
skeleton because I
armor
already
looks
kind of know what the
identifiable.
other
The
thing
armor
is.
is studded leather. It's well made. You can see there's a bunch of like kind of black sediment and general slime and grime from the red plant life is kind of gathered around the various plates of it that are fastened together, but it rubs off relatively easily. It's well made.
No iconography, no identifying symbols.
Make an investigation check.
Yes, there we go. Look, what's Ford? Like Ford almost doesn't want to know. I don't know. I don't know if he knows something we don't, or if he is worried to find out
23.
something he doesn't want to
23.
know.
It looks fairly plain, and as you pull it up, the bones kind of snap, and you watch the skull kind of tumbles off of the neck and spinal cord. And as that happens, you kind of glance on the inside, and what looks plain on the outside, on the inside of the shoulder and the back of the plate, you can see what looks to be very faintly pressed runes.
Magic armor.
I don't recognize that armor, do I?
Not really.
That was huge. See, Ford,
gonna
the
point
way
out,
Travis
be
was
careful,
acting,
whatever
it
his
looked
armor
like
is.
when you,
Didn't
oh my
seem
God,
to
I
fit
know
this
this
fellow much.
person. But then he would change, like, maybe I don't.
think
Oh my God, I know
killed
this
him?
person. Wait, maybe I don't.
Does
I
it look
feel like
his
he's more
appendages
confused than
are all
anybody.
Attached, any cracks in the skull or face or any sort of.
And Matt said he didn't recognize the armor.
Yeah,
That's
everyone is asking.
huge.
Well, I did say, what do you think killed him?
Yeah, hey Jester, could you make a? Yeah, thank you.
She's searching for coins.
You each get to roll as you go ahead and take a look at it. Game the system.
Can you talk to this dead person?
I didn't really think to.
20.
Travis,
I
natural
didn't think
20s.
to
Yeah, see, Jester's picking
put
up
that in
coins.
my-
We're 15
my,
minutes of coin
bag
picking over
for this
here.
particular run.
What'd you roll?
I got a 16.
Okay. So looking at it, the the lower parts of the rib cage and the inside, as well as the
Sword
the
stashes or something. Oh wait, rib
hips and the pelvis of the skeleton are crushed. And you kind of look at some of the
Like
some of
the-
crushed
like the
bones. And you pull it
pinchers?
back, you can see what looks to be scrapes across the bone, like edges of something sharp that had crushed that had also had
Pinchers.
some sort of an edge to it.
Maybe he got crushed by the pincers and then crawled down here where they couldn't follow.
and then died. First thing that came to my mind,
Went super
crushed
elaborate and thought
pelvis
that this
bones and
chamber
hips and
crushes
stuff.
people if you fuck it up.
Well, hips and pelvis.
That makes way more sense.
I thought maybe somebody sat on his hips like he was having sex or something, but it was like too much for him, you know?
Oh man,
Yeah.
reverse cowgirl death.
Okay.
Here's the
Oh
question.
my
Do you do this
God.
Or should we stay here with you?
I think
We're at a
A
disadvantage.
reverse
yeah, I think I
cowgirl
need to do it
death.
alone.
That's where they're. That's where
if
they
I'm
went.
gonna risk getting out quickly, I don't want you to have to do the same.
Yeah, everyone
There's
skedaddle.
only
Get your
one
coins. Collect
possession
all
in
your
here,
stuff.
So, you know, one
Let's
one
maybe-
sphere.
Everyone up except
Maybe
Ford. Maybe
keep a
leave
friend.
one with him.
With Mr. Ford. We can keep eyes on him.
Let's keep an eye on Mr. Ford. Yeah,
In the
keep
head-
one
in the-
friend
in the
with him.
chamber.
You went
Everybody
down
else
with
up
Avantika
top.
before.
Pumpkin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can cast haste on Ford,
Yep,
and that way
there you
he
go,
can get
cast
away
haste.
quickly if he needs to.
Ford's going to be pretty fast.
Time we clear
Give
the
him
room,
haste. Why not?
There will not be
Right?
much time left to that spell.
How? What's the
Which I
cap
think
on how
would be
fast
fine
haste
just
could make
with
you?
Ford in front.
If he's already fast underwater with the
my-
mariner's armor, could he double that?
We could be outside up in the
I don't
top layer of
see
the
a
temple
problem
and
with
just wait for you
casting haste
to
as
either-
well,
whether
unless
or
it's
not
a
you need
waste.
help or whether or not it's time to run.
Sure. I don't think there's anything else to do.
Yeah, I think we're good. How many coins did we get? And let's put something in this
I'm going
hole.
to.
Don't you need someone to stay with you in case you have to make like it? What if you turn evil?
That's why I think somebody should be around besides Frumpkin.
Evil.
I think Frumpkin's a good idea just to
Well,
relay to
okay,
Caleb, but we should leave one person. That would be the
I
most
rub my cut earlobe.
the bolt that sliced. She did it not earlier during the
I think
Patreon
we're
hour. Not shot a bolt
Overthinking it, right?
past Ford's
I mean,
ear as a joke.
Same
Sliced
as
him a bit.
before. I anticipate some crazy arcane stuff to activate. Maybe a little rumble and a shake, and you guys have been more than accommodating. You don't need to be down here with me when it happens.
Yeah, it's too
If
dangerous.
something does go wrong,
We all die.
that should be my burden, my price to pay, not yours.
We'll see through Frumpkin anyway.
Yeah. What if the chamber closes? And
That's
it's
the
dark?
problem. What if the
I
chamber
don't
is
think it will,
closing?
and only because
I don't
if
think so either, but that's
Uk'otoa
an
really wants me
option.
to do all of this. For
That's
him.
what I'm thinking.
What good would trapping me down here do? I have the third sphere.
Yeah. I'm thinking logically, yes.
I don't
But
think
let's
you're gonna
not
hamstring
take a
me
chance
like
with
that.
everybody else in here. Frumpkin
You know
and
very
maybe
well.
one more. But I wouldn't blame him if no one else
don't.
stays.
But I wouldn't gum up the one person that was bringing me the thing that I needed to get out of
Demigod jail.
demigod.
Yeah.
jail.
You have people on a quest. Why would you trap them unless it's one of those things
You're
like
away
it's
from
all a
this once
test?
we're done here.
If you can't get out of here, I don't want you being
Yeah,
on my
I'd like
on my
to. I don't know what
quest.
that looks like. I don't even know how that'll go, but I don't want to unleash a sea
what if-
snake beast on the world.
like just let's
Well, that's
play devil's advocate. What if this is
Yeah.
the final place and you're
I'm
supposed to
going
have
spend,
all
a
three,
use
and
of
if you
expeditious
put the
retreat
sphere in
on
and
myself,
don't
it
have all
will, A,
three,
make me a little bit
you
quicker, but I
die.
will change the
Like,
nature
maybe
of the
this is-
transmuter's
I don't know,
strength to let
it
me
could be
see in the
anything.
dark. And I send Frumpkin to glomp onto Ford's arm and shoulder.
All right.
all right.
Better hand him that hat.
We'll be waiting for you upstairs.
Yeah, fair enough.
If anything starts to go wrong, we'll try and get to you.
Hopefully,
If you're
no
encumbered,
one is
we'll try
back
and
up there
clear a
when we
path,
go
and
back
once
up.
you're up with us, I'll bring everybody to the surface.
Yeah. If you hear the signal, take off. You remember the signal, right?
No.
No.
I feel like that signal happens a lot,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, that's a
the common signal.
I mean,
that's
we
a
hear it a
common
lot.
signal.
I'm going to sit down really fast and just say, "Hey, traveler,
Uk'otoa.
So
Legend says that Ukito is a large
I know
serpent-like
that,
creature with
you know,
many
he's,
eyes
like,
along its
doing
body. On
something
the
for this
altar
other
above
god
Captain
guy,
Abaku's
but
door,
we both know this
Squall Eater is
other
represented.
god. Stupid.
An Ouroboros
So,
Ouroboros
if
with
you do me a
9
favor
eyes.
and just, like, watch after Ford,
Traveler
that would be
prayer.
really great because, he's done a lot of things that has really helped out with stuff for you, and he's gonna be pretty helpful in helping me get to you later this year. So, yeah, anyway, I really like you and I really like him, and I would like if you would help out, please. Thank you.
Can I go and sit down right in front of Jester?
Yeah.
Can I help you?
What did he say?
Did you hear what I was saying?
Kinda. You had a little projection on it. Yeah.
Oh shit, I thought I was whispering. Hold on, let me think. I'm listening.
Jester,
What?
you don't have to tell me. It's fine. I appreciate the sentiment. It's okay. You can go.
I really hope he does help you.
I know you really do help.
Me too.
Be safe, Ford. And also, don't turn evil, okay? But if you do,
I'll
I'll
still
still
love
be a
you.
friend.
I'll
I mean,
still
it's
love
okay. Some people are evil. It's okay. Just don't turn evil to me.
Or
Okay.
anyone else, just you.
Really, any of us would be nice, but
Deal.
Just me, specifically me. But if you have to pick one, don't be evil to me. Then everyone
you're
else is a
going.
close second.
While all that was happening, I was just picking up some platinum and gold.
That's
that I
if there's
found.
any.
If there's any left, yeah, we've been taking that shit for
Okay.
15 minutes now.
Grab-
And I've got the armor.
All right. You grab the leather armor. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You guys all make your way up, begin to clamber through.
I go last, and on the way out, I just tap Ford on the shoulder.
Give him a blessing or
Luck, and I'm
something.
looking forward to seeing you upstairs, and I cast protection from good and evil and protection from evil.
Okay.
I don't know what that does.
I don't either, but it
You know
sounds
what that
good.
does, though.
I do.
Okay.
Protection from good and evil. Cast Good Luck, Captain.
case.
Fist Bump by Marisha.
All right.
Bow.
As you all ascend and vanish out of sight, leaving Ford and Frumpkin behind, you look down upon the base of this interior chamber. The same recess that you had met before at Urukazel, beneath the temple of the Yanti. You can see, now that you're kind of surveying it by yourself, standing over it,
I don't know if
the
we're gonna
hints
get to
of the same
see.
spiral grooves that all emerge from it in a similar pattern as the one
I
you
think he's gonna
previously
end it
saw,
before the break.
carving up the walls and meeting the upper area with the faint bits of runes occasionally visible along. The same form of prison enchantment placed on this chamber as the one you've already seen.
I will kneel down in front of the recession, and I will look at the eye that's in the pommel of the falchion. Let's see what this does. And I'll place it in the recession.
Okay. As you place the sword pommel down into the center of that recess, the eye glows, your vision goes dark, and dark to black. Flash of bright yellow light. Your eyes kind of wince, though you force them open. Looking ahead of you, you can see a bright yellow eye, the size of your body, staring towards you, emitting this painful glow. The singular dark slit from top to bottom, focusing and twitching in your direction before it finds you.
Watching.
You can't even see it. Oh, there is no
You're
watching.
definitely crack.
That's why.
And though your eyes are still adjusting to the light before you and focusing intently on this eye, on the peripheral around it, you can just barely make out what looks to be shifting shadows, like tendrils or movement. Something serpentine beginning to shift.
Ukatoa. Beginning.
Seems to be resisting some sort of binds,
Making gains.
making gains on them.
Adept.
A loosened tendril curls behind you. You don't change your focus. Looking into the eye, you feel like an icy blanket, this scaly-like tail, almost as large as your body, begin to wrap around you The touch is freezing, ice cold, and you feel your back arch. It begins to envelop and squeeze you. Reward. The cold sensation overwhelms your senses. Your entire body goes numb and your vision begins to blur once more. The light of the eye begins to fade as the cold sensation and the grasp of this tendril becomes the entirety of your awareness. You hear a distant sound of muffled cracking again. As the blackness claims your vision, you see a distant shape, like a broken shore at midnight before you.
Look at Liam with his hand
Waves
on
curl
Marisha.
against this shore. This long, protracted beach. Just the faint bits of starlight in night, giving you just the basic outline of it. Along that beach, you see 3 points of light. Different from what your previous vision were. They're not bright, singular points, but 3 focused gathering of dull lights. You glance over, there's cities. Cities at night, 3 of them along the shore.
3 cities, 3 orbs.
Beyond that, a faint bit of yellow grabs your attention. Beyond these 3 coastal cities, you see a forest. Jungle. You can't make out the details from this strange kind of elevated vantage point. You feel like you're flying above the sky.
He's like, I should be writing
The
this
light
down.
is brighter, and it's the same tint as the eye that summoned you here, as the spheres that you've claimed through your journey. Above that forest, you can see looming the peak of a mountain range. And as that light goes brighter and brighter in the heart of this jungle, you just hear once more, release. The light gets brighter until it begins to hurt your eyes. You're trying to focus on it, trying to will yourself towards it, and it gets too much and you force your eyes shut. The minute you open them, you're back in the chamber. Your body is pins and needles as the numbness begins to fade. You glance down. The yellow sphere that was the base of your sword, the eye, it's just the dull, lifeless metal that was there when you first found the falchion. You watch as all the runes suddenly begin to glow with that same yellow, faint light. The spirals all around you. The stone shifts again and cracks, and you see bits of stone and leftover sediment begin to just release within the inside of the chamber.
Time to go. I'll head towards the tunnel.
Okay, the rest of you up top, all of a sudden you feel
Seismic
this
activity.
Seismic activity.
The ground
around
is
the base of
shaking.
this.
He did it.
Why don't we
He
all
did it,
get
yeah,
outside
well,
and
He's on his way.
be
We
here
should
right
already
now?
stop moving.
A second one. At this point, you can see now, previously, these very, very
Tell me the
difficult to
towers are
find,
rising out of the water or
rooms
something.
that were filled in with bits of dust and sand and muck that had gathered begin to kind of burst up and reveal the same yellow runes that you had seen previously in the temple light up the chamber around where the Hydra battle took place.
I look at the runes in the armor that I'm holding.
No apparent connection from what you can
I
tell.
was kind of
However,
half thinking that, but
as the
I
second
assumed it
impact
wouldn't.
hits.
That was a good question, though, because I was
tower.
half wondering it.
We need to get down.
Are we in there?
Yeah, you guys are in.
We're heading out.
The tower is going.
Okay, you guys all begin to leave. What order? Who's going first?
I'm swimming quickly ahead
So
of
the
everyone
tower
because
is
I'm
coming
expeditious
down.
retreat.
Makes
I'll
sense.
wait.
Okay, you're next.
I'll push not in front of me.
I don't need pushing.
Doesn't matter, you're being pushed
I
through.
don't need pushing. Doesn't
Jester
matter. You're
and
being
Bowen, you both
pushed.
Make dexterity saving throws, and you as well, Ford, as you make it just going through the top.
What's
I
your
can't believe this
plus
is still
dex?
going. I
So,
honestly thought we wouldn't even get Ford
Doesn't matter.
to place the hilt in the
21.
recess.
What are we rolling for?
Dex.
Oh,
No, but
No, you're not.
Just the three of us. Yeah.
All right.
Falling.
15 points of bludgeoning damage. As bits of the stone kind of knock you around, you take half of that, so you only take a 7. And would you roll, Ford?
I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7, so you take the 15 points as well. As you manage to move through the space, and just as Ford you
Good thing we
emerge, now as you
rested,
kind of
'cause
begin to
Bo
make your way
only had
outside of the temple,
14.
you hear this low rumble. and you watch as some of the rubble that was tumbling inside suddenly begin to push upward.
Whoa.
The current of water around you begins to change in an odd way, like there's a
Oh my God, is it
sudden
making like a
suction you weren't
giant
expecting. And all of you
hurricane?
begin to be drawn towards the temple once more.
Tell me it's a whirlpool
all the
or
seaweed
something.
begins to tear loose and be thrust upward. There is a geyser bursting from the chamber below where you once were, and it's causing this vacuum that's pulling you up with it. All of you make strength saving throws, please. Try and grab something in the vicinity.
We're going up with a giant
Can I
geyser.
cast?
At least we're going
control
up
water?
and not down.
You can, if you like to.
Is everybody around us?
I think we're pretty tight knit.
A lot of you may be.
I've shot ahead a little bit because I'm still. If it's under 10 minutes since I cast.
Well, yeah, but we were just going through the door, so we were like getting sucked back towards the.
Yeah, you guys are being pulled back towards the temple.
I'm gonna cast control water and try to change the direction of the water around all of us so that we can push away from the geyser.
Okay.
All right.
I'll allow that.
Control
So
water.
as you
I'll
all
allow it.
don't have to make saving throws. As you all begin to
Awesome.
be pulled into it, this vacuum as the
Quality.
geyser is tearing up. You watch as the temple that was collapsing is now being pulled up, and bits of the stone are being thrust up into the sky above it, into the top of the ocean. All of you feel the immense drag, and then it laxes again, and you turn around and see Jester sitting there, arms out, forcing the will of the ocean around to just hold tight and still.
I feel
around.
like Doctor Strange.
away.
When
Oh,
Doctor
no, going
Strange
up.
is like
Let's go up,
controlling
and I'm casting
the
water
water
on
in
everybody.
Endgame.
Okay. All of you,
Including you, we're all.
all of you begin to rise up at a rocketing speed towards the surface of the ocean. As the water passes by, you manage to all emerge from the top. The speed you're at, now that you know it's coming, you manage to kind of do your best to slow your descent and land carefully.
I love it. Yeah, the
how
hotels is doing. That's literally
And
what
as
I
you
was
all
doing.
land, you hear this sound as you glance over in the direction off the side of where that temple top would have been. There is a geyser shooting 100 feet in the air.
That would have been us. We would have
Bits of rock are
plummeted
being
back
thrown
down.
like
We would have hit the
bombs
water
in
bit.
different directions.
100 feet in the air.
And then
that would have hurt. We might have
loses
suffered
its
some damage.
force and power eventually coming to rest, and the ocean is no longer spraying into the air.
Let's head to the ship.
Where is the ship?
Where's the ship?
The ship's maybe a
All right.
few hundred feet from where you were.
I thought he was gonna say the geyser hit it and
walk
it's
that way. Sure, I
1,000
didn't know
pieces.
you could mess with water like that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, Ford, haven't you
Maybe-
seen me control water before?
Actually, maybe we did.
No?
Yeah, she made.
Yeah.
They both made the ship go a little faster.
Yeah, we can both.
Oh.
Yeah, I
so-
vaguely do remember
but
that.
not like that underwater.
Yeah, I
was
mean,
very
not to that extent.
You guys jog your way towards the ship. You see somebody off the side notice you and just start shouting to the rest of the crew. At which point the sails are unfurled a bit, and as you guys make your way towards the edge, they throw the rope ladders, and you all begin to climb your way back onto the ball
The
eaters
ball
deck.
eaters deck.
We really got to do something about that at some point.
What?
What?
We're not in the water anymore.
Thank God. The water sucks so bad.
All right down
It
I mean,
worked.
it worked.
If
Did
that's,
you get any special stuff?
I mean,
something.
it did
Do
what we
something.
thought it would do. What it's
Would I know
doing,
if I got something new?
we don't exactly know.
You sense there is that lingering kind of pins and needles. It hasn't quite faded entirely. There's kind of just a buzzing energy about you.
Do I know
The-
what it is?
It's something connected to the ocean.
Oh, see,
Connected to
Ford could
water.
probably do what
I mean, I
Avantika
can-
was doing at this point,
Right. And I'll reach my hand out towards the sea and just.
and
lift
do an
up my hand.
Avantika.
Borrowing from the imagery that you've seen with Avantika's
Yeah.
attempts at
Shaping and molding the
manipulating
water.
Cleaning
Yeah.
herself on her balcony.
correct, as you will the water to follow, and you guys watch this as well, it extends in a tendril and wraps up
He does what Avantika
to
did
the
now.
edge of the ship and seems to be awaiting a command.
Whoa, you
Yeah,
can
I
do
think
it.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Orly at this point is rushed up and is like, Captain, now where are we going?
Describe
Back
to
for the coast.
Orly.
Or we've had enough time. At
Or
sea.
yeah, let's regroup.
Fuck yes.
For now, yeah.
You can shout out commands. And you
I
hear a
think we
voice
should
shout
tell
from the
Orly
crow's
the
nest,
vision we
nearest
had.
Paul. Captain! Ship sighted!
Oh no.
You see him pointing off to the side. You guys glance towards the southern archipelago island, and at the edge of one of the cliff sides, where there's like a waterfall and a bit of the forest gathered there, you watch as the front of a boat is emerging from what was a previously unseen seaside cave.
Oh. So was someone waiting
We're
for
gonna
us?
take our break.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
Oh man.
Watching through Frumpkin's eyes as he did everything down below, other than hearing Ford talk without his twang,
What?
did I see the tendril that appeared, or was that all in his mind?
All you saw was him place the sword in the spot. There was a flash of light from where it was,
And that's it.
and he was immediately there. There was no time passage.
All right.
So just heard him speak and heard him wedge a sword in the ground.
Correct.
I normally let Matt finish, but I am in a rush. I have a meeting in 5 minutes, so we just barely got this done. Amazing. We have gotten through the temple. We destroyed everybody very quickly during the Patreon hour. Now there's a ship coming. I was worried about this. This sounds crazy, and I mentioned it earlier. We never investigated Avantika's body. We don't really know what happened after that. I am not saying she lived because we saw her die. But what if the power in her brought her back to life? Or what if it healed her and she's still alive? Why is there a ship coming out of a hidden cave? I have to rewatch the end because I want to know specifically what was said. But I feel like they said like a ship came out of a cave. They must have seen what we did. They saw the geyser rise, and now they're going to come intercept us. Rather than have them go through everything we just did, they're just going to intercept us. But Ford is very powerful now. The only person I could see him getting any sort of pushback with is somebody else on his level, aka somebody else like Avantika or Avantika herself. I don't know if that sounds crazy that she could be alive. She might be undead, she might be evil, or somebody might have taken her body and figured out a way, someone on her crew or something figured out a way to use the power just by having her body, maybe. I don't know, but I feel like Avantika or the Plank King or somebody has something to do with this other ship emerging. If not her or them, maybe Vandrin or somebody else, Sabian, I can't remember his name, but somebody else is watching us or playing games. I don't know. Besides that, we did it. We put the Hilton. We were in this spherical room. A giant 100-foot geyser shot out. We have our crew. Orly and them are okay. I don't know, guys. Lots of craziness could happen, but I got a meeting. We'll jump into the live stream Friday. You guys want to see more of what I do? Full unedited episodes, all the shows on the channel. Seasons ahead of what you're seeing. Hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link is in front of me. If the link for Patreon doesn't work, it's because monetization is a bitch. And they are not allowing me to have links anymore without monetization. So you got to go in the description below. You got to click it. There are hundreds of movies, dozens of shows. The Patreon hour exclusive for every episode. Vox Machina is starting late Thursday night into Friday morning this week. Season 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina. We also started The Last of Us on Sunday with Ashley Johnson as the voice of the game character. But I heard she's popping up in the show itself. We also got Peaky Blinders, Person of Interest, Doctor Who, I was going to say Space Ghost, Stargate, Battlestar, hundreds of shows. Go check it out. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.